Hey, hey, hey! Hey everyone, how are you doing? I just realized I said hey, hey, hey. Hey everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to be doing your eyebrows using powder and a brush like so. So this is basically a tutorial for, just anyone that's kind of wondering how to master the ways of the powder foundation. As well as that, as you can see, I already have thick eyebrows as it is to start with, so if there are any of you out there with thick eyebrows like myself that are kind of wondering how to tame them, because let me tell you sister, those hairs fly around like there ain't no tomorrow. Yeah, so this would be the video for you, and of course for anyone else that is just kind of wondering how to draw their eyebrows out naturally and as easily as possible. So for this look, I'm going to be using two eyebrow shades, and these are just two shades that I got from the Gosh palette, like so. Of course, you can use any eyeshadow that you have. And I'm going to be using this light brown shade here and this darker shade here. I'm just going to swatch them for you so that you see what I'm talking about. So this is the light shade and this is the dark shade. Trying to wipe my hand somewhere. There we go. So yeah, I'm also going to need a slanted eyeshadow or eyeliner. I think it's eyeliner brush. I think this is a gel eyeliner brush. And last but definitely not least, you're going to need a spoolie, and of course if you want, you can use a brow gel. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah. So first of all, you're going to want to dip your brush into the dark brown shade. And what you're going to do is, first of all, actually, you're just going to brush out your brows in a downward motion, so just down. I know it looks very strange and you're kind of wondering why, and I look like a zombie, but trust me, it works. So taking that dark brown shade, what we want to do first is draw the shape that you want your eyebrows to be. So how you're going to start is, you're going to start from the very edge of your eyebrow here, and in very gentle forward backward motions, you're going to just follow the natural line of your eyebrow up until the highest point, which is around here, which is roughly where your pupil is. So if you look straight ahead, your pupil is there, go right up, and that should normally be the tip of your eyebrow. And if you don't have, what's it called, oh my god, what do you call it, like an arch. If you don't have an arch, this is a really good sort of a little tip to help you create a more natural looking brow. Just look straight ahead, find your pupil, center your brush in front of your pupil, and then just go straight up, and that should be where your arch is. That is the word I've been looking for, arch. So we're just going to draw a line from the arch to the start of your eyebrow, like so. There we go. And then you're going to go into the dark shade again, and what we want to do is, you want to find the very edge here of your eyebrow, like where your eyebrow ends. And again, a little trick if you don't have a long line like I do, or a long, eyebrow. Find the edge of your eye, which is here, and kind of go in a slanted diagonal line. So edge of my eye here, take your brush and just kind of slant your brush in a diagonal direction, like so, and that should be where your eyebrow ends. Again, this is to create a more natural looking eyebrow. So here, right side, that's my right side, and left side. Now, taking the dark shade, we are going to connect the highest point of your arch to the tip of your eyebrow. Again, in a very gentle line, because you do not want to be too harsh with this at all, or else your eyebrow is not going to turn out looking natural. So your eyebrows should look a little something like this. As you can see, they're already a lot more defined than when we started. Now what you want to do is Going into the lighter shade this time, and again on the same brush, and make sure to tap off the excess every time, we are going to go in a parallel line to the top line. So how we started is we drew a line from the very start of your eyebrow up to the highest point of your arch. You're going to do the exact same thing on the bottom side of your eyebrow, parallel to that line. Again, this is going to make your eyebrows look as natural as humanly possible. And we're just using the light shade because it is a lot less harsh than using dark shade. And a little thing that I do when I'm doing my eyebrows is I just kind of, bring my forehead up, just because it kind of stretches the skin around your eyebrows and it makes application of the eyeshadow or the pencil a lot easier. And in very, very gentle motions, you're going to do what I just described. And keep dipping into your brush as needed. So your eyebrow should look like this. As you can see, a lot more defined than when we started. Now you are finally going to brush your eyebrows out into a humanly form. Just brushing them upward. So we brushed them downwards the last time. This time we're just brushing them upwards, like so. And now, taking the dark eyebrow shade, we are going to connect the highest point of your bottom arch to the tip of the eyebrow. And I'm using a darker shade this time because your tail kind of needs, which is the area from here to here, it needs the most definition because it is the area that kind of frames your face. You know, your tail is the most important part of your eyebrow. So, you know, if something is framing your face, you're going to want it to look nice and defined. So it should look a little something like this. Yeah? And don't worry if it looks harsh because we're still going to do more things to it. And now you're going to want to brush your eyebrows upwards again. And then just brush them into the place that they should be at. Like this. And now what we're going to do is we are going to take the light shade again, and this time we're going to connect these top and bottom areas here. So the very start of your eyebrow, the very, beginning, whatever. I'm horrible at describing things. So taking your brush, light shade of eyeshadow, and just kind of dabbing in this direction. So we're just going to draw the line with the brush and just dab like this. If you can see here, just dabbing. Again, this is creating a nice, soft, not harsh line. And what you're going to do is you're going to want to, not putting any more product on, just brush that in this direction. Brush it outwards, distributing some of that color. And brushing it upwards as well. There we go. And now, for the final step, you're going to want to take your spoolie again and just to have a final run through your eyebrows, just distributing the color a little bit more evenly and a little bit more naturally so that it's not, blotchy at one spot and kind of empty in the other spot. Like so. And yeah, you can, as I said, this is optional. You can set your eyebrows using an eyebrow gel. This is actually a new one that I got by Catrice. This is a drugstore brand. Whoops. It's not opening. There we go. This is in the shade 10. I think they only come in 2 shades. Anyway, it's a brown shade, and it's actually like a couple shades lighter than my eyebrow hair, which is good because you don't want to go darker than your eyebrow color unless you're not going to fill them in at all. If you just want to pass a brow gel through your eyebrows in the morning, if you're running out of time to go to work or school or whatever, then you can use one that's kind of a shade darker than your eyebrows. However, if you're only going to use the eyebrow gel to set your eyes, you don't want to use a shade that is darker because you already have your brows filled in, and then putting a darker shade on top of that is just going to make them look black, which is not natural if you have light brown or blonde hair. If you already have black hair, then I guess it's fine, but it can look as if you've applied a little bit too much product on. So going to run this through my brows, and it's okay if it looks a little bit wet and kind of patchy at the start, because it does dry down to a clear, like it dries down to nothing basically. And this step is actually sort of important if you have thick brows, because thick brows tend to move around all day long, and you don't want that, because hairs are just going to go everywhere and it doesn't look, it kind of looks sloppy, so these are a good way of just keeping your brows put in place all day. And yeah, that is the eyebrow done. If you can see there, huge difference from this eyebrow to the next, and you can see how it just frames my face so much better. I'm actually going to move to a different lighting just so that you can see. I think you can see it there. That's the one that isn't done. That's the one that is done. Yeah, so big difference. Eyebrows are such an important part of your face just because they frame your face better. They can kind of make or break your face, in my opinion anyway, because having any sort of eye look, or even if you're not going to put makeup on at all, just quickly doing your brows is so important. It just gives a whole new dimension to your face, and it can be quite stunning if it's done properly. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up as well, and subscribe. I think it's down there, red box. It helps me out a lot, and it makes me feel really good when I see that my videos are sort of helping anyone that has been that's just kind of lost their way and has no idea where to start. So trust me, it's an honor. I'll post a picture at the end of this video of both my brows done together. And yeah, that's it from me for today, guys. I hope you like this video, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.